My name is Pearl and welcome to my Swift tutorial for beginners. If you want to learn Swift programming but don't have any programming experience, then here's the place to learn it. Watch till the end of the series to have all the fundamentals of Swift. By the way, check out my latest app on the App Store, Pearl Calculator. Now let's get into the video. Before I start, I just wanted to tell you that this road to Swift might not be as easy or as hard as you think. But the most important thing is to keep persistent. If you keep on programming and also practice a lot too, I'm sure you'll get the hang of Swift. If you need any help, just comment in the comment section below and I'll try my best to respond. Okay, now let's get into it. The default Apple application code editor is Xcode. So this application called Xcode is only available on Mac computers that are updated to the latest version. Now, if you're not on a Mac computer, if you're on a PC or Windows computer, it's not the end of the world for you. There are online Swift playgrounds out there, and I will put a link to one of them in the description below. So you can go ahead and view that if you're on a PC. Now, if you are on a Mac computer, then you can just go ahead and install Xcode, and I'll see you there. Okay, so our first step to Swift programming is after you've downloaded Xcode to open up Xcode and to get started with a playground. I'll select blank and next. Then I'll save as my playground, create, and here we have our playground. So the first thing you're going to see on your screen are 4 lines of code. The first line of code says import UIKit. So we'll talk about that more later in a later video. And your second line of code says var str and then an equal sign and then some text. So that's a variable. We'll talk about that later in this video. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is explain a little about this playground and how it works. So the first thing you're going to notice is this little play button right here, and you're going to think, what does this button do? Well, let me tell you, this button is for running your code. So if I just click this button, then it will run my code. And why does it move around on these numbered lines? Well, so sometimes you might just want to run your code until, let's say, line 2. So if you wanted to do that, you just need to move your button onto line 2, and it will run your code until line 2. Now, if you wanted to run till line 4, you just have to move your button to line 4. Okay. So there's also this thing that I like to call my output tab, because this thing basically just displays all the output of your code. Okay, so now let's get started with learning Swift programming. So the first thing I'm going to teach you guys are variables. So what are variables in Swift? So variables are basically just things that you can store data inside of. So you could store values inside of variables, you could store numbers, you could store words, all sorts of things. So how do you declare a variable? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to type in var for variable, and then you'll type in your variable name. So we'll just say var name, and then an equal sign, and then your variable's value. So for this variable, we'll just set the value to 50, and here we have your first variable. Now this this variable's name can be whatever you like, as long as it makes sense and you can understand what this variable is storing. So now that we've made a variable, let's see if we can make use of this code. Kind of like a calculator can calculate things. For now, this code does not do anything except we have declared a couple of variables. Now we can use this code by printing out this variable. So how do we do that? We just use a function called print. So we just type in print and 2 parentheses. To print items, in between these 2 parentheses, you just want to type in the things you're printing. So you can print variables, you can print strings, you can print numbers, you can print all sorts of things. So for now, to test it, I'll just print my variable right here. And let's test it out. So as you see in our output, we have our variable's value right here. So anytime you want to call our variable, you just need to type in the variable's name, and then you can have your variable's value right in front of you. So let's test this out with a string and see if we can print a string. So we've printed string as a word, and you can also print your name. And you can also print things side by side. Like if I wanted to print there are 50 students and I wanted to print our variable as the 50, then we could do this. So we could say there are, then our variable name, 50 students. And let's test this out. Yes, and we need separators when we are printing them side by side. And there are 50 students is what we have here. So after we've learned about the print statement, sometimes we want to change our variables. I'm going to show you how to do that. The first thing that might come in mind is to just change it directly right here where we've declared it. So you can do that. You can type in a new value and we'll put that in and let's run it. So our new value will be displayed in our output tab. But the most used way is to just put your variable's name, so in our case, var name, and you can put your new value. So I can say 100, and here we can run it. So we probably want to put it before the print statement. And let's run this. And 100 will be our value. Now, there's a thing here. What if I wanted to change this variable into a string value? Well, the thing is that you cannot do that. So for Swift, if you've declared a variable and let's say it has a number value, then your changed value needs to be a number too. So basically what I'm saying is your variable's value's type will always stay the same. That was kind of confusing. So you can always change it into another number, but it has to be a number. Or if var name was, let's say, a string, then our other changed values will always be strings, or Xcode will give us errors. So let's change it to Y or U. And it'll print U. Okay, so there's one last thing I want to talk about. What if you want a variable to stay the same the entire time while your code is running? So for example, maybe you have a favorite type of food. Then your favorite type of food is probably going to stay the same for the entire time of your code's running, while your code is running. So how do you do that? It's really easy. You declare your constant, is what we call it, if you want a variable to stay the same. You declare your constant in the same way of a variable, except you change the var to an let. So you can say let, and then we can say our variable name, so we'll say fav food. And then we'll put an equal sign and our value, so let's say pizza. So if we try to change this fav food, let's say fav food equals ice cream. And Xcode will give us an error. So cannot assign value fav food, it is a let constant. So our fav food variable will always stay the same. So let's test this out. So here we have pizza. So that's about it for this lesson. Before we move on, I wanted to give you a quick overview of what we've learned in this video. First, we learned about variables and how to change variable values. Next, we learned about the print statement and how to use it. We finally learned about constants and how you can't change a constant's value after it's declared. Thanks for watching, and share this video if it was useful for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in lesson 2.